Razaban for FightHype.com with me. Got trainer of David Haye, Shane McGuigan. Shane, firstly, exhausted, tired?
I'm tired, yeah, end of a long camp. Yeah, I mean...
it's been back to back for you, really,
back to
hasn't
back
it?
with Frampton and then straight into David, but I'm excited about Saturday night. I'm excited for people to see what I've been seeing for the last year and a half, you know what I mean? I don't know if Tony Bellew's got the ability to take him into any sort of deep waters, but you're going to see a sharp, explosive performance from one of the best fighters of Britain's seen. You know what I mean? And that you're going to see that, and people are going to be shocked to see how much he's got left.
Were you surprised with the media today? The Sun and the Mirror both reported stories that David had Achilles problem, one was in his shoulder problem. I said David, I was expecting to see him in crutches today, the way they were talking about it in the papers. But
it's funny how that got out, isn't it?
Well, it's funny though, because a couple of weeks ago, the Sun reported a similar story that Conor McGregor and Floyd was a done deal. They were in negotiations, and it was completely just, as they say, BS.
And yeah, unless someone's planted the seed, and you know what I mean, it's just adds more drama and hype to it. You know what I mean? People whisper and people say things, and you know, it's interesting to see what people will bite at. If you say to someone something, it's interesting to see how far it goes.
But according to you, fit and healthy,
fit. Look at him, shape, you know what I mean? Look, 36-year-old man. Look at the shape he's in. You know, bouncing around on his legs, shoulders holding up fine with that straight right hand. He can throw it straight. He doesn't have to loop it like Bellew said. He can throw it straight. He can push off his back leg, his front leg, his quad, his hamstring, his everything. He's all fine. He's all firing, and you know, with his history, it's one of these things that people will just jump on the bandwagon. It's you know, it's nice to see him in one piece and looking in an amazing shape.
I spoke to quite a few people today. James DeGale was here. Andy Joshua spoke to Sky Sports today, and they're all saying that we hope that Tony Bellew wins.
James DeGale saying it?
James DeGale said Tony's my boy.
Is it?
Tony's my boy. But why do you think, Shane, why does David get so much hate?
Because he's good, because he's better than all of those guys. That's the difference. Because he's better, and he can, you know, he does crazy pay-per-view numbers. He brings in a completely different market. Anthony Joshua saying they've sold 90,000 for that Wembley fight. I don't know one person that's going to that fight. So it's all lies. You know what I mean? I'm sure it will fill up in the last sort of couple of weeks, but there's no hype around that. There's always hype around David Haye's fights. Like, he got nearly 4 million people viewed the Mark Demori. You know what I mean? And look at the amount of attention he's getting here. These people are jealous. They want to be like David Haye, and they can't do it. And they have to fight really hard, horrible opposition like Joshua doesn't, but DeGale does. You know what I mean? To get any form of respect, is go overseas and fight, you know, guys that, you know, and always, you know, defend his title away from home. That's why he's annoying.
I was there in Liverpool on Monday. I didn't get a chance to speak. I know you guys had a train to catch, but the crowd were
heckling. It was nice, wasn't it? It was funny.
I know Belfast was crazy, but they were with you.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Liverpool fans were against you, but
that's funny. You know what I mean? It's funny for me because I haven't had that. You know what I mean? And it's nice. You know, people. But to be honest, I didn't get that much abuse, so I was alright.
You were alright, Mark.
Adam. Yeah, he got some bad abuse, but. You know, I mean, you can't expect to come into the boxing game and nobody has a clue who you are and stand up in front of 500 scousers and start talking. I knew it was always going to be up. I was glad we went first, to be honest.
Just finishing off with Frampton.
Yeah.
Of a disappointing loss. Your first loss as a coach, I believe, as well? Second.
Yeah. First one was Conrad, who got robbed. Mid-tag, but you know, second loss as a coach, but.
Were you surprised with Leah's?
Listen, we didn't make excuses. That's the difference. You know what I mean? He didn't make any excuses. We had a great camp. Carl got beaten on the night by a better guy. You know, a guy that turned up and was better on the night. Whether he's a better boxer than Carl Frampton and whether he's a better star and a better boxer, you know, he isn't. You know, and that's what's frustrating for me, because I know Carl's ability. I know how good Carl is, and he wasn't himself. You know, he still listen. He still took it to. He went to Plan B and he had to rough house and mauling. But the rounds that he was winning, they were forced, and the rounds that he was losing, Santa Cruz wasn't forcing, and that he definitely he won the fight. But it'd be interesting to see if we have a third fight. It'd be interesting to see if he is a man of his word and comes over. But I can't see it. I can see his dad being a big factor in it. But the difference is, Carl Frampton's an established star. No matter who he fights next, he's going to be, in a big fight, and he wants massive fights from this stage of his career onwards. But it's just, Vegas just wasn't our night.
When do you expect Carl to be out again?
In the summer.
In the summer.
Yeah. So
Lee Selby potentially.
He's coming over on Saturday. So Lee Selby potentially. Selby boxed on the card. I don't think he's not defending his title. He's just having a 10-rounder or something. There's Abner Mares. There's loads of these guys. You know what I mean? There's some great fights out there for us, and we have to be very strategic because we want this revenge, and we've got to be strategic in which way we go next. You know what I mean? Because you can't give Leo the option of going away, because then if he goes away, he might never come back. So we got to sort of plan the route, and I hope he's a man of his word, and I hope he comes back and fights him.
Shane, you said 2 minutes, it's been 6, so
that's all right.
I can stop it, I can carry on. But
you can hit me with one more. David's there, I'm waiting for him.
On Monday, Dave Colville finally got involved. He was very quiet at the very, very first press conference, so Dave got involved as well. Had some things to say about David.
I haven't seen anything. At the press conference.
In Liverpool, where he said that David in his prime was great and fantastic. At 36, your bones start hurting, your muscles start hurting, you're not the same fighter anymore. What does Tony possess that will be any sort of challenge in your mind to David?
He's a world champion, and he's a world champion for a reason. He can punch, he gets up, he's a determined guy, but he's easily hit, and he has never been hit by a guy as powerful as David Haye. And when you get hit early and crisp by a guy who's 16 stone, full of muscle, in the shape of his life, maybe not in the shape of his life, but he believes he is. But he's in phenomenal shape. From what I've seen, and his best shape that we've been together. I wasn't in his previous camps. Dave Colwell was in his previous camps. David Colwell was Adam Booth's best mate. You know what I mean? So he's going to say David Haye's finished. He's gonna side with his mate. You know what I mean? And he wants to believe that the best David Haye was then and not now. And what happens if he's better now than he ever was? So we'll see.
Do you expect David to come in lighter than Tony in the night?
I don't know. I didn't see him today. I didn't see Tony today, but I know that I know he walks around 100 kilos, 102 kilos. David's about that. He's about 100. Maybe coming a little bit lighter, but you see his abs are popping. He's lean. He's got veins, and he's in phenomenal shape. How do you wind down now? A couple of days off. We're done. This was just for cameras today. Just get a massage tonight. Do a little shakeout tomorrow, weigh in Friday, and get ready for Saturday night. Explosive performance. You're gonna see a phenomenal fighter coming back. And the aim is the titles. Gotta be. Or is it anti-Joshua? He's got all the titles. You know what I mean? He beats Klitschko. He's the guy. Tyson Fury. He's still out. Anti-Joshua, if he beats Klitschko, which I think he will, he's the go-to guy. He's a guy that's 27, I think, now. I don't think he's going to reach his peak till he's 31, 32. David Haye, they're going to wait till he's old, but he ain't getting old anytime soon. He's got a very youthful mind, keeps his body, keeps himself very healthy, and I just think, they're going to have to. The public's going to demand that at some stage, and why not do it sooner rather than later? Shane McGuigan, as always, thank you very, very much for. Thanks very much. 11 minutes on the 11. 11. So you obviously enjoyed yourself, which is good. And we'll surely catch up with you during the rest of the fight week. Shane McGuigan for FightHype.com. Thank you very much.